What's up guys, it's Rest, and in this video I want to go over a quick update for the Recursion Amara build. As we all know, the Recursion is a super good option for Amara, and this is going to be the new build that I'm running to utilize it on Mayhem 10. Now, I put my own twist on this and using it with one of the new anoints in the game, where while under 50% health, you deal 150% bonus radiation damage. This anoint is super fun and it's really good, and it's going to take advantage of some of our other gear in this build. Now, if you need a build to farm gear super quick, super easy, this is the build for you. It can get you through true takedown mode with ease, and it makes a normal takedown a joke. Plus, if you need to do anything else in the game, it will also do that. But just like all my builds, this is located in my Discord channel. If you would like to download it, the link for the Discord is in the description. So if you download the build, enjoy the video, find it helpful in any way, remember to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and I truly appreciate it. But with all that being said, let's get right into the build. So starting off, shockingly, I have a recursion right here. While under 50% health, we do 150% bonus radiation damage. This is a very good anointment paired with some of our gear. But as you see, we have a ×2 version and it's shock and corrosive. We're mainly going to be taking advantage of shock. If you want to swap to corrosive, you can. But for this build, I'm going to be mainly taking advantage of shock. Now, the next gun, I have a corrosive sandhawk right here. While under 50% health, we do 150% bonus radiation damage. This is really good for just single target damage, especially in things like the takedown. This paired with, against some of our gear, can just straight up destroy things like Wotan. These two paired together absolutely destroy. This is disgusting for ad clear, and this is disgusting for single target damage. Now, get into the gear. So for the shield here, we're going to be running the transformer. The transformer is needed for the build I'm running for, but as you see, I have all 4 ASE anoints for whatever you want to use. But the reason we're running the transformer is because we're going to be running the spiritual driver right here. And if you don't know what the spiritual driver does, essentially when we use our action skill, it's going to apply whatever our action skill element is. It's going to apply the status effect to us. Essentially, we're going to be using shock. So since we're using shock, we're going to be healing our transformer shield, and I'm going to be running a elemental projector deathless, so we get bonus elemental damage whatever is applied to us. So that will be shock. And since it's a deathless, we have 100% more shield capacity, so that's going to make the transformer have a ton of shields, and we can keep healing it with the spiritual driver. All these things are synergizing really well. Essentially, you have a lot of shields because of deathless. The transformer can heal shock damage, and you're applying shock damage to yourself with the spiritual driver. Now, with all this, we're also going to be running an Ispis grenade with all 4 ASE anoints over here as well, whatever you need. And since we're running 2 different elements on the ASE anoints, we're going to be able to get maximum use out of the spiritual driver. So essentially, this is going to let us self-inflict mindfulness to us, and we can get max stacks, and we can move super quick. And then moving quick with the spiritual driver obviously gives you a lot of damage. But for stats on the spiritual driver, I have plus 25% weapon damage, 31% axial cooldown rate, 31% shotgun damage. Axial cooldown rate is worthless, but the other 2 are really good for something like the recursion. Then for the element projector deathless, I have 50% magazine size, 33% melt chance, and regenerates 272 health per second. The health regeneration is worthless. The melt chance is kind of worthless, not to an extreme amount as health generation, but the magazine size is very good for both of these weapons, especially the Sandhawk. That's the gear for this build. I'm just going to go over the skills really quick. I'm just going to have them popping up on the screen because you only need a little bit of skills to make this build work. The other ones are kind of just complementing. So I have 3 points of personal space. This is really good to buff our damage by a lot. Essentially, the closer we are to an enemy, we're getting 36% bonus damage. Really, really good. Pretty much you always want to take personal space in every Amara build. Now I have 1 point root to rise, 1 point clarity. They're doing nothing for us, but we need to get down to the bottom. But then I have 5 points in helping hands, which is getting buffed to 7 with our class mod, and we're going to get 48% damage reduction every time we use our action skill. And this recently has been fixed, so now every single time we use our action skill, it always keeps you proccing. It's very consistent, and it even works with Fate Grasp, which we're going to be doing to keep proccing mindfulness. And speaking of mindfulness, our next skill is mindfulness. And what mindfulness does, essentially when we take damage, we can get stacks of this, and it can stack up to 25 times, and each stack is buffing our movement speed and shield regeneration delay. So we're getting a ton of movement speed from this. And if you remember the spiritual driver, the faster we move, the more damage we do. Now I'm also going to be putting 5 points in arms deal so we can get bonus splash damage. The Sandhawk and Recursion actually do splash damage, so that's a solid 20% more splash damage, and the splash damage reduction is okay as well. Now I'm actually putting 3 points of vigor right here. This says when killing an enemy with the Mars axe skill, you get bonus movement speed. This actually works without killing an enemy with the axe skill. I don't know if it's something to do with the spiritual driver, since you're applying element to yourself with your axe skill, then killing enemies. I don't know the whole mechanic of this, but just know this actually does work when just killing enemies when you're running around. So basically just killing an enemy gets you 10% more movement speed, and it's really, really good because the movement speed is going to obviously buff your damage from the spiritual driver. Then finally, 1 point in Guardian Angel. This is just so I can get back up if I go down. And speaking of that, I'm going to go over the Mayhem modifiers really quick that I'm taking. So I'm taking Roguelite, so if I go down, you no longer in a fight for your life. Essentially, Guardian Angel just negates that. Even if you do go down, you can come right back up, which is really good. And I'm also going to take Speed Demon, so when we get kills, we're also going to move faster. That paired with Vigor is going to make us move really, really quick and do a lot of damage. Now, the other two modifiers, I'm using Chain Gang and Hilly Avenger. You're curious, but they don't matter as much with this build. It just makes it consistent. But now, getting into the next skill tree, I have 3 points of steady hands, so we buff our hand by 32% and accuracy by 31%. This is really good for both weapons. Accuracy is going to make the Sandhawk tighter, and the handling is really good for a shotgun. But now I have 5 points of Anima, so we can buff our status effect, damage, and duration. This is good because we can apply the shock status effect to us a little bit longer, and we can run around having that bonus 103% damage. Then I have 5 points of Tempest to buff our elemental damage by 30%, and furthermore, we get 20% bonus shock damage. Obviously, this whole build is kind of based around shot, so your shot recursion is just going to destroy everything. Now, I have 5 points of Wildfire as well right here because I had to get down to the bottom, and the other skills that we can get down to the bottom with don't really matter whatsoever, so I put 5 points here on Wildfire. But then I have 1 point Deep Well, so we can buff our elemental weapons magazine size by 20%, which is really good. Then I have 3 points Indiscriminate, so our shots can ricochet. This is what makes this build. This is really, really good, and you need to take this, especially for something like the Recursion. It's going to let your shots ricochet so much, and on top of all the elements you're doing, you're getting bonus projectiles, and it is disgusting. This is what lets you straight up just destroy a whole room of mobs with 1 to 2 shots of the Recursion, and it is super, super fun. But now I'm also putting 3 points in Catharsis right here. This is another skill where I need to get into the bottom. I don't really need to take Sustainment because I'm not life stealing, and also Conflux can apply more elements to you, but I specifically just want to use Shock so I can regen the Transformer because that is the survivability of this build paired with Helping Hands. Then finally I put 1.4 Soul Expression so we can get a bonus 18% damage whatever our axe skill element is, and that is Shock, so more shock damage is always good. Then finally for the last skill tree, I have 3 points in Fast Hands right here to buff our reload speed, weapon velocity, motion speed. This is a very good Amara skill. You can just get a good amount of reload speed and just a good amount of benefits for everything. Then 1.2 harm and 1 point Violent Tapestry. This is going to give us rush stacks, and we can get down to the next skill tier, and I have 2 points in Alacrity, so how much of a rush stacks we have, we can get a bonus reload speed, which helps out a little bit. If you want to put these skills anywhere else, you can. As I said, you don't really have to have the craziest, skill tree distribution with this build. Essentially just having Mindfulness and Indiscriminate will get you through more than enough, but obviously taking other damage boosters is really, really good. And for the rest, you can kind of just put wherever you want to. But that is the updated build for this. I really hope you guys enjoy. Things are looking strong for Borderlands. As we now know, on June 4th, we're going to be getting all our weapons scaled back up, which is really good. And if you want to use this build to farm some of those weapons to get prepared for that, you absolutely can. Also on June 4th, we're getting the new takedown, which is also very, very fun. You can definitely expect to see a build on this channel that I'm going to use for the Guardian takedown sooner or later, definitely before the takedown comes out. And I really hope you guys enjoy that. But that is going to do it for this build. Again, as always, my builds are located in my Discord channel if you would like to download them. The link to the Discord is in the description. If you download the build, enjoy the video, find it helpful anyway, remember to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.